Hi guys, nice to meet you. I'm Pablo Girolami. I am 26 years old and I am the artistic director and choreographer of Ivona, the company I founded in end of last year. I am half Spanish, half Italian, but I am born and I grew up in the French part of Switzerland. So let's say I'm a bit of a mix between the different culture, region, and languages. And right now I am based in the north of Italy, between the center and the east part of Italy. And yeah, that's about it.
Hi, Pablo. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Eyal, and I'm the artistic director of the Jerusalem Dance Company, which is based in Jerusalem in Israel. I'm 56 years old. I was dancing in many companies in Israel and was teaching a lot and creating before I become artistic director.
Peace Mambusa came from an urgency to get to know each other. Giacomo Tedeschi and I, my dancer, we were still working in a company before, and we had this need, this urgency to start a process together, to start to see how we could work together. Now we are a couple in life and in work, so it is also something that we were longing to see if we could work as well in the studio as in our life. So that was very important. The main idea behind Mambusa is an invitation, is an invitation to discover your instinct, to rediscover maybe your origin, where you come from. I had this image of a train full of people, maybe in an Asiatic country, that was going from the city to the village, to the native village. I felt that this train full of the urban tension would slowly have the people living one station at the other to finally arrive to your native village, to be actually free and to find back who you are, to find your personality, maybe your orientation, or whatever being you means to you. On the other side, the vocabulary, the database of the piece is highly inspired by nature, and in specific the animal world. I interested myself a lot on the animal courtship, the way they seduce, the way they parade to conquer their potential mate. I think animals, especially birds or fish, they really do change their own physical appearance almost sometime in an architectural way. They create those shapes and those colors which are so elaborate but so organic for their own bodies. So I was trying to translate those behavior in this human body that we have.
Talking about the return of the unicorn, it's really about some things which are very connected together. I think I always like have thoughts and questions about that. It was when I started to create it. It was shorter. It was like 3 years ago, and it was after my dog. I had a dog like which was 18 years, 17 years with us, and he died. And I was just my mother was aging, really was, and it was so scary. It was like I could see her dying. And then just by accident, I found out a CD of Laurie Anderson, which was a heart of a dog, and she could really like express her feelings about about death and her dog which died, and she could really like she really like gave so much tracks to him. I mean, she talked about her dog more than she talked about her husband, or and the relationship that she has with the mother, that she felt like her mother didn't love her enough. And it was so sincere and so brave from her to put it on a CD and to sell it as a music, which was not music, it was just her recites her thoughts. And she became more of a Buddhist, and she has many, many Buddhist insights about death, and it was very, very inspiring and very interesting. So I wanted to do a piece which will interact with the city. And I started to do this. Meanwhile, in this period, I become a parent to triplets.
Congrats.
And I saw like how my life, my personalities needed to be changed in order to be to be able to be a normal parent.
But I really felt this sense of density throughout the piece, even though from one scene to the other could be a very big change of atmosphere, and you could feel those different emotions that probably you went through, like you explained with all this different situation that you had in your past years. But there was this density that was carried on throughout the piece, which was really interesting. The way that, you know, nothing was taken lightly in a way, and I really appreciated that. It took a big toll on my creativity, the whole pandemic. It really arrived as a surprise. I was very active whole last year and beginning of 2020, and it really happened out of nowhere. I was in the middle of a commission work for a company in Torino, and then a few days before the premiere, uh, the news happened that there was the sickness, and then in a week, 2 weeks, it just closed everything. And so I arrived at my partner's home, and we are part of the very lucky one that have a big home with a garden. So we had a very good situation. And then the lockdown started out of nowhere, and I just didn't know what to do. I was completely lost. I was so, in my creativity and in my kind of business mode, of like commission and creation and festival and this and that. And it was going so well, and then boom, like this from nowhere. And it really came as a shock. I started to have those panic attacks, those anxiety, this sensation of not having a purpose, to not be able to produce, to not have a goal, really, to be home and to wait. And then after a while, I had to say that I accepted it, and I was like, okay, you can't do this. You got to reinvent yourself. And I really kind of put the dance and art a bit on the side, and I started to garden. I started to cook, and I started to do many other things that I've always wanted to do. I incubated chicken eggs. I had some little chicks at home that they were also triplets, by the way. So I took care of them, and I just became a bit of a farmer for these 3 months, and I had so much pleasure doing that, to be in connection with the nature and to see my plants growing, to be able to eat the salad. And as superficial as it feels, it really gave me a lot of uh, mental food in a way, not only actual food, but it really made me happy in a way by its simplicity.
We are after a second lockdown. The first lockdown, I could really like, but the second lockdown, I became really depressed. I couldn't really like, I couldn't see anything positive will come afterwards.
Yeah.
Now in Israel, they're talking about a third lockdown.
Oh
and
my
even a
God.
fourth lockdown. So it's because, so I don't know. It's. I don't think about creating now. Really, it's too far from me.
So I'm really excited and I really hope for the best so that I'll be able to travel. And I'm totally taking on your proposal to work with you and to get to know each other also artistically. And yeah, I want to say see you soon.
Yeah, me too. It was really, really nice to meet you.